During the daytime, it seems like we still can't shake the cold at night, and at least the last few nights. And well, tonight the National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning for the upper Snake River Plain. Temperatures will drop in the upper 20s to lower 30s. That is cold enough to kill some crops out there. So if you're a farmer, FYI, heads up on that. And if you have any plants or flowers outside that are in pots, you might want to bring them inside. Do what you can to protect your plants. This freeze warning goes into effect at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning and will last until 9 a.m. Meanwhile, frost advisory has been issued for the lower Snake River Plain, eastern Magic Valley, and not quite as cold, but frosty enough, and that may cause some issues with some plants out there. So same thing as the upper Snake River Plain. Do what you can to protect them. Then we got the wind machine potentially kicking in for midweek Wednesday. The National Weather Service has issued a high wind watch for the possibility of winds up to 60 miles per hour. That's in the damage category, and it is possible it could blow over some smaller trees and heaven forbid, some power lines. So we'll keep a watchful eye on this. We'll be tracking this next storm. It'll be a dry, cold front that will sweep across the state. And usually those dry, cold fronts like to really kick the wind up. Very dry air in place, so that's the reason why temperatures are going to have a chance to drop. When you have a lot of moisture in the air, it's hard for the air to really cool, but when it's so dry, it just cools in a hurry, and you get a huge spread between the low and high in the afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon will actually be 10 degrees warmer than we were this afternoon, but meanwhile, we're in the icebox, at least some of us tonight. So 29 expected in Idaho Falls, 29 at St. Anthony, 31 in Rexburg. Needless to say, freeze warning there. Frost advisory for the lower Snake River Plain at or just slightly above freezing. Blackfoot, you're at 33. Clear sky for the central mountains. Lows will range anywhere from the mid-20s to the lower 30s. Right at the freezing mark in Salmon over in Mackay. Arco, you'll be a little colder than you were last night at 28 degrees. That's a hard freeze. 24, definitely a hard freeze in Island Park with a mostly clear sky. Yellowstone in the lower 20s and a mostly clear sky for the southeast corner. Montpelier, Steve, you know, you're going to be colder than last night, 28 there. And it'll be freezing in Soda Springs with a low of 30. And then tomorrow, we make up for it in the afternoon. We're a little bit warmer than we were today, up to 70. And we'll have Hot Springs, Malad City in the lower 70s, almost 70 in Preston. We'll be in the lower 50s to the lower to mid 60s. Dubois, you're at 64. That's up a few degrees, not a huge jump, but a nice jump nonetheless. In Central Mountains, lots of sunshine, close to 70 on Chalice, above 70 in Salmon. And for the Snake River Plain, look at that, 73 tomorrow afternoon. Idaho Falls, almost 70. Southeast Idaho Chevy dealer 7-day forecast. There's the wind machine for Wednesday. Could have high winds with that. And then a little bit cooler as we go into Thursday. But look at the weekend. Right now, it looks dry with highs in the 70s, so warmer than usual for this time of year. Idaho Falls 7-day forecast, a little cloudier on Wednesday with a bunch of wind, and then we cool off just a tiny bit and then start inching our way back up into the weekend. It looks like for the Teton area, we could see some storminess, but not until next week. We're dry for the next 7 days. It might look a little threatening, I think, early Wednesday morning, but generally speaking, quiet. Much quieter than it was last week. And for the Central Mountains, we could see some stormy weather as early as Wednesday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. We're cooler on Thursday and maybe some rain next Wednesday, but the weekend right now, 70s.